went like this, say, oops, I got 99 problems singing bye, bye, bye. Hold up, if you wanna go and take a ride with me, better hit me, baby, one more time.
Hello everybody, it's me Mara.
And me, Valentina.
And today we are going to give you the reaction of what happened in the space launch. It was so exciting.
I know.
It was emotional and a bunch of things happened. So make sure to stay tuned. Now,
At the end, we are going to talk about this, and it's going to be such a surprise.
okay, this already happened by the way, so this is not before, this is after. You should just stay tuned because it's going to be really fun. Okay, see you after the video's done. Bye.
Are you on lead? Launch director called out the strung back retract has started. On the left, you'll see it go back just a couple of degrees. Stage 1, are on lead.
We're just 4 minutes away from liftoff. I think at this moment, Bob and Doug are really just laser focused on those displays. They have insight directly into Dragon and the Falcon 9. They're able to see where their fuel loading is at, how everything's progressing down with the count.
AFTS final setup started.
Three and a half minutes from launch.
And the strung back is now reclining away from the Falcon 9. And back igniter purges.
Se está empezando a quitar esa cosa.
Sí.
I'll go bleed. Dragon has transitioned through terminal count and is on internal power. Stage 1, LOX load close out. Okay, we're at T-minus 2 minutes, 42 seconds. Stage 1, LOX load is closed out. Stage 2 will continue to load for about another half a minute or
I
so.
can't wait.
Once we get the completion of Stage 2 LOX
Sophie,
load, we have
see.
to vent down the line so you'll see another large white cloud coming off of the strung back. That'll be normal, that'll happen.
I'm so excited.
Me too, it's going to start. Oh.
It's almost done. Oh, focus.
Falcon 9 is in startup. Dragon is in countdown. FTS is armed for launch.
The countdown's going to start.
Under a minute now, the FTS, the flight termination system, has been armed.
Dragon, SpaceX, go for launch. SpaceX Dragon, we're go for launch. Let's light this candle.
T-minus 30 seconds.
29,
28,
28,
27,
26, 25, 24, 23, 22.
Stage 1 tanks pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10,
10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA, go SpaceX, Godspeed, Bob and Doug.
America has launched. It so rises a new era of American spaceflight, and with it the ambitions of a new generation continuing the dream. 20 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Plus 30 seconds into this historic mission. Flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon 9, and look at them go!
Falcon power telemetry nominal.
And 1D throttle down. We're throttling down to get ready for the period of maximum dynamic pressure. We're in the throttle bucket. Reports say all systems are go.
Vehicle is supersonic.
We've exceeded Mach 1 on the Falcon 9.
Está poniendo más oscuro.
M1D throttle up.
We're throttling back up to full power as we're through max Q.
Copy 1 Bravo.
And we heard that 1 Bravo call out. That's just the second abort zone that they're in. They'll continue to be on this until the first stage has done its job and they switch over to the second. At this point, Bob and Doug pulling about 2.3 Gs, 2.3 times the Earth's gravity, already moving at over 1,500 miles per hour.
We've heard the call out for MVAC engine chill. That's getting the MVAC engine ready to light. That'll come at about 2:44 into flight. Right now, everything continuing to look good. Next major event coming up is going to be the triple. We'll have main engine cutoff of the 9 first stage engines, stage separation, and then ignition of the second stage engine to continue to carry astronauts into orbit. Coming up in about 20 seconds.
M1D throttle down.
We heard we're throttling down the Merlin engines on the first stage.
Ya se va a salir el engine.
And we have Miko.
Eco.
Falcon stage
Mira,
separation
se
confirmed.
salió.
Wow.
Ya, mira.
Copy 2 Alpha.
Ya se salió.
Sí.
Mira, ya lo lograron.
MVAC ignition.
Ya salieron de la
Sí.
órbita.
All right, we have stage separation confirmed. The first stage beginning its flight back. The second stage being powered by that single Merlin 1D vacuum engine has ignited and is now carrying Bob and Doug into orbit. So they're going to continue under the power of this second
Stage 2
stage,
propulsion is nominal.
which will cut off at SECO, or second engine cut off at about 8 minutes and 44 seconds into today's flight. So a little over 5 minutes to go still on this second stage. You heard the call out to Alpha, so they're now in the longest abort zone that carries them all the way from about North Carolina up the eastern seaboard almost to Canada. Things looking good though, getting good call outs, nominal propulsion on that second stage. Bob and Doug continuing to make their way into orbit.
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Acquisition of signal in Bermuda. SpaceX Dragon nominal trajectory.
¿Te emocionaste?
Sí.
Right here in nominal trajectories, the Dragon pointed in the right direction, continuing to make their flight uphill. Heard acquisition of signal Bermuda. That's one of the other ground stations that they're using to get telemetry and data back from this spacecraft.
Stage 2 propulsion is still nominal.
Sintiendo ellos.
Sí.
Pero viste cuánto trabajaron para llegar ahí.
Ajá.
Y estudiaron y todo.
Ajá.
Y Mayra quiere ser astronauta.
A little over 4 minutes, 40 seconds into the flight. Bob and Doug flying at more than 5,600 miles
Dragon
per hour.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
I can't believe
Already
that
almost
already-
200 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center. Nominal trajectory continuing.
Ya están
And while they
orbitando.
continue uphill, looks like we are getting a view of the first stage as
creo.
well.
Ya va.
On your right screen, you can see that first stage with the grid fins deployed. It's making its way back to
Mañana
attempt to land
mediodía
on
llegan a la
our drone
estación,
ship,
toca
of
estar
course, I
pendientes.
Still Love You
Sí.
today. And we're just about a couple minutes away from
the whole
the
day?
entry burn, and that's where
Un día entero
3 of
dándole
the
la vuelta a
9
la
Merlin
órbita para
engines
llegar a
do
donde está la estación
ignite to
internacional,
help slow the
donde van a
vehicle
llegar.
down as it
Van a
re-enters
poner
back into the
ahí
Earth's
cuando van a
atmosphere.
rendir.
And then after the entry burn will be the
Van a
landing
estar- no,
burn,
ellos van a
which is
estar
just
ahí
a single
Dragon
engine.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
No.
And you heard
Starting chill hydrogen.
There's that call out. They are still on a nominal trajectory on Dragon. still on second stage, and that's that MVAC engine on second stage on your left screen.
Se tardó como 2 minutos en salir, ¿no?
Sí.
Rápido.
Again, on your right screen is that first stage booster coming back towards our drone ship. Of course, I still love you. We're about a minute away from entry burn.
Why does she keep saying, of course, I still
that
love
second
you?
stage continuing to power Dragon into orbit.
Oops.
And if you're keeping an eye on that timer, that's going to continue to burn until 8 minutes and 44 seconds into flight. So a little over 2 minutes from now, we'll hear the call out SECO. It'll then be a little over 3 minutes until Dragon physically separates from the second stage of the Falcon 9 after the upper
Dragon
stage gets a
SpaceX
chance.
nominal trajectory.
Dragon copies, nominal trajectory.
Continuing to check in with Bob and Doug as they are on a nominal trajectory. Just about 10 seconds away from that first stage. Starting that entry burn on your right screen, we should be able to see that view live.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
And there is that entry burn beginning.
Mira, está
This burn
quemando.
lasts about 36 seconds long.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Look at how fast they're going.
I know.
Oh.
They're gonna be sleeping.
The entry
That
burn
explains
continues.
why
We're just about a minute away
they're
from
gonna be
SECO.
sleeping
We'll have a number of
They're
events
gonna be
all
staying
happen
awake the whole night.
in rapid succession. It'll be the second engine cut off. And we'll be looking for that stage 1 landing burn shortly after.
Actually, just within a few seconds of each other. Such a cool view on your left screen, seeing Bob and Doug on Dragon. Right now you can see the displays that they are seeing right now themselves.
Terminal guidance.
And back there also.
We are coming up 25 seconds or so away from SECO, or second engine cutoff.
Ahorita se va a cortar el
Also the
segundo
point
engine.
where Bob and Doug are experiencing their highest G-force. We're seeing the counter tick up to right about 1.8.
Copy, Shannon.
Yeah.
You heard Shannon, so that just means they're in their final abort zones. If they were to abort at this point, it would either be an abort to orbit or to land off the coast of Ireland. Standing by for second
Stage 1 landing
cutoff
start.
confirmation.
And back there all step.
Mira.
And back shut down. Stage 1 landing line.
Todos pegados del techo viendo.
Sí.
Confirmation of SECO second engine cutoff.
Now we are waiting for our first stage to make its way to our drone ship. Of course, I still love you.
Dragon SpaceX nominal orbital insertion.
Launch escape system
Confirmation
is
of
disarmed.
nominal orbital insertion.
Ah,
What
mira,
you're
está
seeing on
viendo
your
dónde va a
screen is a
caer.
live view of our
Sí.
drone ship, where our first stage will be coming down. Looks like we lost that live view, but
Oh.
we'll wait for confirmation of that landing shortly here.
Perdieron la señal.
Falcon 9 first stage successfully landed.
And there you can see on your screen, Falcon 9 has landed.
Yeah.
This is the first Falcon 9 to carry humans to orbit, so very exciting for us.
¿Qué?
Es el primer Falcon
And
9
as you can
que,
see on your right screen, Bob
llevó
and
a
Doug
los-
are
a
still
humanos a
making their
los
way
espacios.
to their targeted orbit.
Porque están
Your recovery one.
So
Porque ya
exciting
llegó
today.
el Falcon 9. Ya.
It doesn't stop.
It does not stop.
All right, we did hear again that call out, good orbital insertion.
Oh, ya
So that
llegó la
means
vaina esa que nos
Sí,
propulsó.
Falcon 9
Sí.
and Dragon right now exactly where they're supposed to be.
Ability to FRC on recovery 1.
And it's right at about 12
Mira,
minutes.
mira. Ay, ya
Dragon
están
will
orbitando,
separate.
mira.
Mira.
Looks like we saw a 0G indicator floating around there. I know Bob and
Nah,
Doug know a
dinosaurio.
little bit
De
about
la
what
hija,
exactly
sí,
that
del
is
hijo.
that they
Oh,
brought
del
with
hijo?
them.
Sí.
Creo que su hijo era su primera
And
vez
before
en el-
separation, before Dragon
La
makes
primera vez de
separation from the second stage,
Sí.
they do
Sí,
make
creo.
sure
Viendo su
to make
papá.
they do ensure that the vehicle is not spinning and it is in good condition
la
before
sala de
we
mando como
separate.
aplaude.
Sí.
That's right, the upper stage does small attitude maneuver using cold
Ahorita se van
gas
a caer
thrusters built
esos.
into the rocket body
¿Qué?
Esos
itself.
cositos. Segundo engine.
Exactly. So we do expect that separation to occur in about a minute from now, but they do wait until they have full confirmation that it is ready to separate.
How it's supposed to go.
I know.
Increíble todo eso, ¿no?
Such
Sí.
cool views. I cannot
And
get
it's
over
like
this
happening-
view that we're seeing right now. Bob and Doug on the
Está
right
pasando
screen
eso
inside of Crew
allá.
Dragon out in space.
Yeah, already 200 kilometers over planet Earth, or a little over 124 miles, traveling in excess of 2,700 meters, 27,000 meters per second, or about 16,000 miles per hour.
La rarita.
You know, we're just standing by
Dragon
the
es la
separation
nave
event should be
que
coming up
ellos
shortly.
hacen. Falcon 9
We'll
fue el que
begin
lo
a series
sacó.
of checks
Sí.
on the Draco thrusters that are going to be used to maneuver and then power Dragon on its flight to the International Space Station.
Mira, el
Standing
otro se
by for
soltó los pies y
separation.
le van ya elevados.
Sí.
El otro los tiene amarrados porque
Ajá.
no le suben hasta el cuello.
Sí.
An expected LOS lost a signal with one of the ground stations. Waiting for confirmation.
Mira, mira, mira.
That's
Dragon
Mira.
separation confirmed.
Mira, mira,
Dragon
mira.
separation confirmed.
There is a great view right in front of you of Dragon separating. And there's that call out.
Se separó
Dragon
Dragon.
is now
Y entonces la
officially
nave que
making
ellos
its
van
way
que-
to the International
¿cómo llama?
Space Station today.
Sí, creo que es Falcon, solo Falcon.
Dragon SpaceX, with that separation call, we have a few words for you from our Falcon 19.
Falcon 19.
Esa es la que ellos van.
Sí.
Standing by. Dragon, Chief Engineer on Dragon to Ground. Bob Doug, on behalf of the entire launch team, thanks for flying the Falcon 9 today. We hope you enjoyed the ride and wish you a great mission.
Thanks, Paula. Congratulations to you and the F9 team for the first human ride for Falcon 9. And it was incredible. Appreciate all the hard work and thanks for the great ride to space.
Copy all.
Paula and Mike, proud of you guys and the rest of the team. Thank you so much for what you've done for us today, putting America back into low Earth orbit from the Florida coast.
¿Qué dijo?
Copy all.
Que gracias por todo y gracias por despegar en el coast de Florida.
Alright, so Bob and Doug are in
In Dragon
space.
SpaceX, we confirm nominal equals activation and service section Draco checkouts.
Mira
No
que
sum
le
deploys in progress.
Copy all. We're monitoring.
It's supposed to wham, now it's working.
The core here in Hawthorne giving the crew a heads up. Then up a little bit more than 90 degrees, goes up to about, I think, 105 degrees, and that's going to expose the actual docking ring and the hatch that they're going to be going through once they attach to the International Space Station. And also 4 of those Draco thrusters, we call them the forward bulkhead thrusters, they're going to be used for these major phase
¿Cómo es
burns
que
or
se llama
firings
la nave donde
of
ellos
those
van?
thrusters to
Falcon
actually raise
19,
their orbit
parece.
¿No fue el
gradually
que se cayó al
over the
río?
coming hours.
Charco.
El que se
Also
cayó
confirmed
fue
good
Falcon 9.
activation of the ECLIS, that's the Environmental Control and Life
Son
Support
dos Falcons,
System.
parece.
Everything controlling their
Y
atmosphere.
el Dragon es ese
Just
que vaya.
keeping Dragon a nice, safe,
Ese es
habitable
seco.
environment where they're going to be living
Míralo,
for the next
mira los
19 hours until they
Sí.
arrive at the space station.
Right, exactly. And Falcon 9's job may be done for today, but the mission is not over. Crew Dragon's job is not done. As you can see, Bob and Doug are still inside Crew Dragon, making their way.
Fruit
It will be
Dragon.
a 19-hour
¿Cómo se
trip
llama?
to the
Dragon
International
frutas.
Space Station
Fruit
before
Dragon
they
se llama.
leave tomorrow morning.
Sí, ya llamaron cuando se desconecta llamaron I
Such
love
cool
no sé
views.
qué.
I love that we can get these live views here and see and watch what they're
I
doing.
still love
Now
you.
that
I
they
still
are
love
in
you
orbit.
llamaron una de las
It's
cosas.
incredible to just be
Todavía
looking
te
over
amo.
their
Cuando se
shoulders
desconecta,
to be along
se
for the
pone
ride.
todavía te amo.
¿Y qué es eso?
And we're going to be with
Ah,
them.
no sé,
And we're
cuando
going to
se
be with all
desconecta.
of you the entire way for their journey to the
Maybe
space
it's someone
station.
who-
We're
Ya
going to
sé,
be
mira,
covering
perdieron la
live
señal.
throughout. Bob and Doug will obviously have a sleep period where
Van a
they'll get
dormir.
about 8 hours of
Van a
sleep a little bit later
8
today
horas.
before they wake up for all of their final approach. One of the major things we are looking forward to in the next couple of hours is going to be their first turn at the controls. So they're actually going to
En
be
lugar de
using those
pendejear al-
touchscreen
al
displays to
YouTube,
take
deberías
control and
agregar
manually
el
pilot
NASA
Dragon.
Channel para
We'll
que
walk
estés
you
viendo
through
lo
what
que
that's
hacen.
going to look like, and assuming we have some good ground station
Mira,
coverage,
mira,
we'll be
mira.
able to get views
La-
right
la
inside
pierna
Dragon,
se
looking
ve-
over their shoulder
Sí, se ve
as they
como-
manipulate
yo
the
creo que
controls
estas
at the
nubes.
display. But I mean, we had a a
a
smooth
cloudy day
ride
today.
uphill both stages of the
Huh?
Falcon 9
Hoy
doing
es
their
un
job,
día
placing Bob and Doug in
nubloso para
orbit.
todos.
I mean, this is a day. This is a historical day. This is us kicking off that new era of space flight that we've all.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.
And make sure to do not miss their arrival back to Earth. Mario was so surprised when this happened. We are like really surprised this happened. Like in the 2020s.
Bye.